So, we return to Maximum Carnage, and things are not looking good in Web of Spider-Man number 101, because, hell, as you can see, Carnage has both Jameson and Spider-Man and is ripping the suit. You know things are serious when they rip the suit. That's sort of comic book shorthand for Spider-Man's in trouble. His suit is ripped up. In fact, it seems to be shorthand for any superhero being in trouble, really. So last time we saw Shriek and Doppelganger gang up on Spider-Man, and him get beat up and left in an alley. And yeah, I'm aware, if you search long enough on Google, I'm sure you can find some fan fiction where Shriek and Doppelganger gang up on Spider-Man in another way. And he's about to be taken, and he's about to be taken out by some gangsters. Web of Spider-Man, Terry Cavalra, writer. But then, not if your gang means to make their reputation in the Holy Ghost perish by murdering a defenseless man, especially one of the few allies of Cloak and Dager. Dark Light, Maximum Carnage, Part 2. And yes, this is Cloak and Dager, and right away we have problems. They're not competing with each other in the Oppression Olympics. They're not yelling at each other over which of them is more oppressed and which one of them needs to check their privilege and trying to prove that which one of them has been done over by the patriarchy the worst. I mean, what? We're just supposed to like them because they're two people working together to protect Spider-Man and to stop violent gang members and do the right thing? That's not how you make us root for characters. You have to establish that they're oppressed and that they hate anybody and that they know that they are the most oppressed person on the planet and that they'll hate anybody who says that they're more oppressed than them. That's how you make us root for heroes. I don't get these 90s comics at all. So, yeah, Dagger blinds them, and stay away from Spider-Man. Now, this is what I call a miracle. You're going down, witch. Simple light shields can handle your measly pistols. Dagger is off limits as well, coward. But there is more than enough room for all of you in the icy depths of my Ebon void. We're out of here. Yeah, the thugs quickly realize that they're outmatched. Quickly, Dagger. I can no longer teleport after our enemies without your aid. Keep moving. Wait, Cloak. They've all been disarmed. So go release the others. Go, deep, dark. Spider-Man needs our help. Is he? I don't know yet, Cloak. Just take us all home. Meanwhile, we learn on the TV as MJ visits Liz Allen trying to distract her from the news reports that Carnage has already killed 87 people. Yeah, that's how high the death toll is. And Normie's been asking about Uncle Peter a lot, and he's looking like the super future villain he will turn into here in this last shot. No matter what you hear about the rest of the world, the concept of family in the 90s has taken on a much broader meaning in New York City. Hold on, cutie. There's no reason to turn back now. Carnage is waiting for us at the rendezvous. And we already took care of Spiderman. I have to trim our little mascot's claws. And so, but then Doppelganger froze her off. But he knew my blast would cushion my fall. My little doppelganger's always in such pain. Even I can't control Doppy's bloodlust now that he's rescued me from the his goody two-legged alter ego, and he's going back for the kill. I'll have to trim our little mascot's claws personally as soon as we're finally finished with Spider-Man once and for all. Let's just hope Carnage can amuse himself for a little longer. Local bastion of the old establishment. The Daily Bugle is yesterday's news. Positively eye-catching, if I do say so myself. And even if this challenge is too slow for my cowering prey, Jolly Jonah Jameson himself can afford to be. This is a major scoop, Ravi. Our readers have every right to know that Carnage is looking for Spider-Man and Venom. It's nothing more than terrorist blackmail, Jonah. This maniac nearly tore you to shreds. I'm still the publisher of the paper, man, and the topic's not open for discussion. If I believe that for 1 second, I'd be faxing my resume letter to the news desk at the Times, and you'd be looking for a new editor-in-chief. But I'm hoping we can work out a journalistic compromise. The seeming sanctuary of Holy Ghost Church. This will surely hurt, Spider-Man. Yeah! But it will truly help, friend. We were forced to reset 2 of your fractured ribs, Wallcrawler. What happened to you? Some sonic-powered lunatic named Shriek, with my leftover doppelganger from the Infinity Wars on her leash. And I haven't even found Carnage the Barbarian yet. Maybe you should stay here with us until your body gets better. These bandages are no substitute for proper medical attention, Tandy. Appreciate your candor, Cloak. But besides and your bedside manner, Dagger, but whoa, spider sense, blaring, danger signals, and Doppelganger is back. Get down, your Doppelganger. Complete with razor sharp barbed webbing for that extra vicious twist. Corrupted copies obviously determined to eliminate the one and only original me. But where is his current keeper keeping himself? I love an entrance that brings down the house, right on top of the so-called heroes. Were you scared, precious? Arr, perfect. We'll discuss the rest of your punishment later. My sonar waves located all your torments right under this section of the ceiling before I sound blasted it. But you can't be too careful or too quick. How? A little spider warned me at the last second, Shriek, and Cloak teleported us to the safety of the shadows just in time. Good, because this just got real personal. Spider-Man! You do look familiar, woman, but many cold killers have passed through my cloak's dark depths. I was merely a downtown drug dealer trying to make dead ends meet, Cloak, when your endless black abyss first introduced me to the singular satisfaction of madness years ago. I've since refined it to an art, of course, but I've always wanted to thank you. Your sonic blast cannot hurt what they cannot find, Shriek. Limited to light darts while he's so close to you. Get off! Arthur occurred shortly after I earned my sonic powers, and long before I had mastered their full range. Tayabone's void is a little more Psycho Chamber now, magnifying that Psycho's sound blast back against him to a near infinite degree. We confronted the ugly truth about obtaining mutant abilities since as well, Shriek, the hard way. 3 spider slashing claws down and 30 man fangs to go. You're nothing but wild animals. What's your point, Goldilocks? Why, Shriek? Why is all the ruthless destruction and bloodshed? Pure chaos for its own sake, heroes, in the name of oh so modern gods of sound and light and fury. Dagger gave me time to recover, Spider-Man. And now I can break her standoff with Shriek now that the pet is off my back. Easy enough to follow your easy enough to follow your particular creative path of chaos to the vicinity, babe. And now this local punk spilled his guts about his recent encounter with the Spider-Man in the alley out back. Looking good, stud. Hope you two didn't eat without me. First, I get my house in order. Carnage is far more dangerous than the others. The other pair combined, Dagger. I can't let that witch hurt Cloak again. Doppelganger is the term ever to protect Shriek. The simple-minded brute razor webbing is wasted on the vast emptiness of my cloak, Dagger. And the dope Elganger will be even easier to confuse without his latest babysitter's bad advice. Ralph. And final mistake, Spider-Man. Our kind takes care of themselves, fool. Carnage already outclassed me in terms of raw power, and my injured ribcage is slowing me down. Trapped, spider pest, like any insignificant insect in the ever-expanding web of Carnage the Exterminator. And this old bug killer is armed to the teeth. The worms have turned, Blondie. No! Shriek! Knock the floor out from under Dagger. Gotta admit that sounds real bad for a good guy's Carnage. So, I have nowhere to go but down. About time. We're finally picking up the pace around here. You cannot risk another deadly sound blast, Shriek. While you yourself are hiving helplessly with the close confines of my cloak. You tried that foul pit stick on me once before, Cloak. What? But I learned my way around instantly. And the cure is way worse than the disease. Behind me, Dagger. Only need a few seconds to burn through. Hey, Doppelganger's webby. always noble Cloak. To the bitter end. Should never have believed your own hype, Carnage, but everyone has at least one fatal flaw. Ow! And then Carnage hits it. Point taken, Spider-Man. One final sonic blast will resound through your black hole of a soul and for all eternity, Cloak. If you intend to kill my partner, Siren. Carnage aggravated my injury. I have to put some distance between us. You'll have to go through me first. Stay back, Dager. Your light shield. Your mutual... Your beloved Cloak literally drove me crazy, Dager, so the very least I could do is pay him back in kind by murdering his pathetic guardian angel right before his helpless eyes. Down! Dandy! No! The privilege of slaughtering Spider-Man was mine! By right, Shriek! Yep. This is what happens when you align yourself with a chaotic murderer who kills for killing's own sake. And you will learn what it means to cross carnage. Welcome to the full glory of random lunacy, babe. Better late than ever. Nice timing, Dobby. Beast. And a perfect execute. Best will teach your trainer who's ringmaster of this little traveling car once and for all. And we can take down this show on the road as soon as you finish strutting your stuff. My kind of people. But the dark power I crave can only be realized through the complete oblivion of all other truly demonic entities. And the spider doppelganger I've been tracking is now host a dormant death spawn rave that only I can see. And don't ask me what this shadowy figure's deal is. Because good night, there's a lot to say. Yeah, because I'm not 100% sure. Last time I read his stuff, the stuff about this shadowy figure, I must have been like 8, so I'm not 100% sure I remember everything about him. Alive? Dager! She must have absorbed the brunt of the explosion herself when... Dager's gone, Cloak. Candy! So we now see in San Francisco's Central Business District, Venom taking out some thugs when he sees a news report saying that Carnage has attacked the Daily Bugle. And this is when they were trying to turn Venom into some sort of brutal anti-hero who murders thugs, and yet they wanted us to cheer for him because he was murdering petty people and in some cases doing more damage than the villains he was trying to stop. But it never really worked for me. Maximum Carnage continues in Amazing Spider-Man number 378. I like this issue. I like Cloak and Dager, and this brings them into the story, and they do well in it. What happens to Dager in this episode is in this issue is well played. All in all, a great piece of 90s comic book action with good artwork. So this is an 8 out of 10 for me. Very much worth reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.